Welcome back to our final day of the 30-day decluttering challenge, and today we are in the backyard. We were supposed to be decluttering tools today, but as you guys know, that is not happening. So I'm tackling the backyard, which kind of looks like Sanford and Sons, which means it's like a junkyard. I have not been back here in a while, and when we are back here, I'm not focusing on cleaning it. That's for dang sure. So it's a mess, and the shed and everywhere. I'm gonna show it all to you. And we are going to declutter it right now. So this is our backyard, and at first glance it actually doesn't look too bad, but if you look in all the corners and just all these little hidden spots, there's broken kids' toys, there's things that aren't being used, and there's actual garbage that needs to go, including this trampoline. I've wanted to get rid of it for years. The kids are just too big for it, but I thought it was a two-person job, but I He-Manned it out all by myself right to the curb. I'm also getting rid of this little picnic table that the kids have outgrown and some broken toys that they also don't use anymore. I'm scared to go in here. It's so messy. We're just doing it. It only took a few minutes to go in and pull out things that we're not using and that are actual garbage. Some of the stuff is definitely garbage, but some is worth donating. Like this little sled and the wagon. But this got eaten by mice. Mice are another creepy crawler that I do not like. And this honestly is garbage because it got so, it's a long story. This is a bag filled with balls. Like, you know, these little, like, jumpy castle balls? They are so messy. I'm not sad to see those go. You know, this stuff can go in the fairy garden. So I put all the garbage in garbage bags and put all the donations in a pile. Now that I've taken a ton of stuff out, it's time to put the patio furniture away. The biggest thing I've learned from this 30-day decluttering challenge is when I'm really feeling like lack of motivation to do things, I tell myself I only have to do it for 15 minutes, and then I always have momentum and motivation to keep going and to tackle bigger projects, things that I really would never have done otherwise. It's definitely motivated me to do some bigger things like putting away the patio furniture. I love taking all this stuff out in the spring, but I hate putting it back in the fall. Okay, so it's truth time. I haven't put away the patio furniture yet this year because it's something I always do with my husband. It's something that I thought I needed a man's help for because it's heavy and they're awkward, and honestly, Joe's so busy on the weekends. He coaches the kids hockey and we're never home. I didn't think this was something that I could do by myself. Turns out I didn't need Joe at all. Girl power. Girl, I'm very tired. I am very out of shape. There is a lot of patio furniture. In no time at all, the patio furniture was all packed up. I cleaned off the deck. My donation pile was pretty awesome, and the garbage pile was even bigger. I have to say, I'm pretty proud of myself, and it's a perfect way to end this challenge. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Hey guys, thanks so much for those of you who have stayed to the end. So I want to talk for a second about my backyard. The reason we bought this house was because it was always been my dream to have like nature in the backyard. As it turns out, I kind of hate nature. Having a river in the backyard is beautiful to look at. It means we can park our boat here, we can go kayaking, we can go fishing, lots of fun. We skate on it in the winter, but it also means that there's an obnoxious amount of critters, lots of critters. There's giant raccoons that swim across, like a pack of them. We call them garbage can pandas because their eyes, they swim across as the sun sets, and we see them, and then they come and they just wreak havoc on the backyard. They're looking for garbage. Our garden, they just eat everything that's good, and if they can get the garbage shed open, they will. If I ever forget to put the garbage cans in our locked garbage shed, the garbage, it's everywhere. Plus they drive the dog's barking at them all night long because they tease. One time there was one like peeking at our back door, just like, hello, there's no garbage tonight, let me in the house so I can trash your house. And the dog was going nuts. So we have a lot of raccoons. We also have a lot of spiders, and you know how I feel about spiders, but we don't have normal spiders here. We have dock spiders. So they're water spiders. They actually eat fish. They eat minnows. They're gigantic. They run on the water, but they're also everywhere in our backyard. Just spiders. Giant, hairy, terrifying looking spiders. And the only thing I hate more than spiders is snakes. And we have like a snake nest right here. And Oscar is constantly digging up the snakes and bringing them to the back doors as gifts and chasing them. We have so many snakes in this backyard. It's like Wild Kingdom. We live in suburbia. You can probably hear the cars like whoosh. It's like a highway up there. But yet, our backyard is filled with critters. Don't even get me started on the geese. Probably the whole reason I bought this house was the geese with their babies. We came in May and the whole river was filled with baby geese and ducks. And I was like, oh my God, how amazing. But the owners neglected to tell us that they start honking their heads off. That's what geese do. It's not like a quack. It's like a honk, honk, honk. At 5 o'clock in the morning every day. It's very loud. They're very, very loud. There's also a ton of skunks, and we have like muskrats and weasels, and if there's a Canadian animal, I'm pretty sure it's in my tiny backyard. It's ridiculous. The other thing I realized I hate is trees. I mean, I love the idea of trees. I love to look at trees, but we have beech trees in our backyard that drop seed pods 2 times a year, and they're sticky. Like they have a sticky sap on them, so they stick to everything, including the dog and the kids and us, and our entire house for like 4 months of the year is covered in seeds. Tiny little seeds that stick to the walls, they stick to the clothes, they're in the dryer, they're on the beds, they're on the curtains, there's seeds all over the floor. And the Roomba runs like 3 times a day to try to combat the seeds, but it's like never ending. And just when the seeds stop, then the leaves start falling. And they're tiny little leaves that stick to everything and get in the house. While I love the idea of trees and they give shade and they hold up our zip line, I mean, they come in handy. They're very messy. These trees particularly are I want to chop them down so bad. Joe won't let me. Oh my God, they're like the bane of my existence. They make such a mess. Despite all the messy and the creepy crawlers and the giant garbage pandas, I would not trade our backyard for anything. See you next time.